blow up the Enchantress. Also someone who can man fight against the Void Spirit. Look for pickoffs, and especially what I really like about TA is that her power spike timing is insane. Not only the timing itself, but the amount of damage this hero builds up with the Blink Deso, and quickly build up into a BKB if you get those first few kills running. So we're talking about 17, 18 minutes where you're going to smoke up as Winstrike when you have both the Deso and the Blink Dagger. Go look for kills. You have the Mars ulti, you have a blinking TA, so you have heavy damage output, but you also have some really good team fight. You can take down towers with this hero too really quickly in that. So I almost feel like Alliance should try and answer that aggression somehow.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Yeah, either you go for tanky heroes or start relying on cooldown-based gaming. But that's a really smart ban there by the Razor taken away from by Winstrike. They're listening. Yeah.
Alliances turn.
Warlord.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh, we still got, yeah, 40 seconds for the last... Yeah, it's always something that you can catch your glimpse on. 30 seconds for Alliance with the last pick of the draft, and obviously Winstrike have some really strong laners on their side. They want to get that TA snowballing as fast as possible. Help out the troll in the same fashion as well. Rely on that power spike timing and just run at Alliance. So if Alliance decide to go for a late game-ish hero here, they need to dodge Winstrike really well or beat them in lane. But if they go early game here, it can go either way, because they can definitely put some pressure on TA in the mid lane, for example. But it will be a Slark pickup here for nobody else but our birthday boy, Nico Baby. At least I might have read that on Alliance's Twitter page. I might be completely wrong, but yes, today is his birthday. He turns 23. Young boy.
Ten seconds remaining.
As for Weaver could be, definitely going to be a pause for Void.
Remaining.
Or mid Void, actually. Yeah, I guess it will make more sense putting the Void mid instead of as a support. Definitely. You want to try and have that firepower to match up against Winstrike team, you need to do that move there. So yeah, pause 3 Weaver, mid Void, carry Slark for Alliance. Well, this will be an interesting matchup in our one and only best of 3 that we will be casting for you viewers today, which is going to be Alliance versus Winstrike on the B stream. Hopefully you guys will enjoy what we are going up against. Hero Hunt right away to start things off with. Let's put that in the background. Alliance will be on the Radiant and Winstrike on the dire side of the map. And Alliance considered the heavy favorite here pre-match. See if Winstrike can prove them wrong.
Distortions in the void.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Does FNG start with enchant level 1? Is the big question. Do we go heal first? There is an Oracle going up against though. Yeah. So it will be Kick, DK Focus, and TSA up against Liquipedia and FNG. Looking for the root, but too far away to catch.
To battle.
Well, in the top lane, we have Hansken and S4 going up against Chikirao on the Troll Warlord. Of course, the mid lane matchup's going to be an interesting one as well, seeing the TA up against the Void. So once again, like semi-ranged versus full melee. And FNG, got to be a bit careful here. Kick will force FNG a bit backwards, force maybe some regen out of him. There's a lot of regen on edge, though.
Oh boy.
At least racks up a nice amount of damage with double fairy fire, so +4 on top of the 50 that already has. And here's the mid lane matchup. So we got Limp and yeah, have Young G under the name of Lorenov. Nickname change, anyone? Yep. And we'll focus on that. S4 chasing up the troll here behind the tier 1 tower. Bit of harass coming S4's way. The root will connect as well. So the Shukuchi running out, but doesn't really mind the current situation. It's good to have the Tusk at that level 2 and have the Tusk help out a lot more. Have some kind of initiation power as well. So once they have that level 2, they can try to go for either, depending if you want to go charge or snowball, but definitely tag team as one of the abilities and just run at them. But bottom lane, Nico Baby sitting at 9 CS. We got 4 on the Mars right now, so DK Focus not as much right now. The lane is pushing in his favor though, so right in front of his own tower. And the best thing is that they have blocked the easy camp, so there's no pulling capability here. FNG could potentially, he's already cut down one of the trees to the hard camp to use that for his advantage and try and pull. And right now, they're just letting the brawl happen as it is, as they have Nico Baby at level 3. And that Impetus Spear, this is completely different. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, kick might be the first casualty. S4 should be fine. Oracle 1 hit away from dying, pops the salve. Bit of jukes here in the trees. Hansken cannot close the gap, so just in time, Chikiro throws the throwing axes there to slow down the Tusk, and Kick will survive with the usage of that self. But Tusk has his full combo already. Will only need to pop that mango. Won't go for it though. Kick doesn't allow the opportunity for it. Still no kills on the board. But as the current situation is like this, Arkle has to get more regen from the courier that just arrived. Going back to base, and it's going to have to come all the way back again to this lane. Allows S4 to apply pressure on the troll. Hansken, however, isn't making any moves on the troll when he probably could have had an opportunity that Kick can't really intervene. Now they put the ops ward as well. They see the location of him as well. Like Hansken's fine, but at the same time, Rubik forced away from lane. Mars is going to have to solo lane this bottom lane for now. And FNG doesn't have the mana to punish DK Focus with Impetus Spears right now, so this is a lacking situation. The Pounce will also miss from Nico Baby, so they won't get the trade. He also doesn't get the courier that just arrives for DK Focus. And FNG, he gets the sentry kill, but realizes where he's placed his own sentry, so he's just gonna deny after right placing it. Go. Takes a few hits to deny that, though. Hansken. Kick is pinging the location, but no backup for now. The bounties are coming in. It should be Hansken. Alright, takes one. And nasty harass coming on Hansken. Doesn't want to overextend that. Kira could have maybe intervened at that point, but no. Still 0 kills on the board, and both teams trading and farming. And they find the TA. They're going to put some harass here as FNG's there with the skeletons. They break the shield, and FNG, with the help of Limp and the DD rune, they get first blood for Alliance. And that is, I would almost say, the most important kill here right now for Alliance, because they're slowing down the power spike for TA by a minute at least, maybe even 2 if they keep on going. But then again, Nico Baby left alone in the bot lane, has TSA and DK Focus harassing him, only down to half HP. And once Slark hits that level 6, his lane is going to get much easier. Kick gets the courier, 2 HP remaining on the courier, but then again in the mid lane, they're still going back onto Young G, and he will fall. So FNG with a second kill. I did not see how that rotated, but Kips, you probably saw the whole action.
Structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified.
And once again, the aggression, Limp, they get half HP at least from TA, but Youngji will live. Nice sharp block from Hansken, keeping Chikiro away from them. Meanwhile, TSA will go down to Nico Baby, who is very low, so is FNG. But DK Focus, no soul ring in his use. It's sitting in his stash. So not enough mana to try and punish Nico Baby, and that's your level 6 Slark as well, so he will regenerate always when he's out of vision. So punishing the Slark out of lane has to be a one-shot kill, otherwise you are using a lot of resources just trying to punish him and look for a kill, but he will just go back to full HP. Now Hansken's also moved towards the bottom lane. They've got the web onto DK Focus. Snowball, get the stun, and they bait at least a TP rotation from TSA. And Kick is coming in as well. Nico Baby taking the front line. They're really showing dominance here, that you don't want to mess with us. Bit of camp stacking around. S4 realizes there's a double stack there. They're not really that much, at least in the Winstrike side of the jungle. There's no stacks here either for Alliance, so I would expect that they start stacking for this TA soon enough, like maybe in the few minutes to come. At least the Ancient Camp, if they can hold this bot lane, keep that tower up, and try and spike up the TA as much as they can, because if you look at the net worth, TA's 5th. Those 2 deaths really punished her, so she is more afraid now that she's lost her tower as well, and rotations are coming in. Void Spirit going top. Very low HP Troll Warlord. Limp trying to catch up here. Troll dropping low. Here comes Limp, and that's your kill. Just like that. Troll has no time to react to that. Limp gets a kill there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yep. And F&G will now feel the hates from Winstrike, so we'll get impaled on the wall of the arena. DK Focus will get the first kill for Winstrike, but here comes Limp jumping in. Mars is very low on HP and will fall, so Hanskin gets credited with the kill. TSA trying to make a run for it, but it's not going to happen. This time the snowball will connect. The damage is there. Nico Baby gets the last hit as well. So 2-0 for this Slark, and it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade in favor for Alliance. And the bounties as well snatched. Looks like it's a 3-for-1.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
But this is a big problem for Winstrike because they were probably expecting to be ahead. But right now, it's definitely not their scenario, so they have to adjust and adapt to this. TSA Limp is playing super aggressive, and he makes it pay off in the end as TSA falls. Young G not able to jump into that. No. And DK Focus got to be careful. There's 3 players approaching him. S4's around. Hanskin's right behind the corner. Hello, DK. And DK Focus will be the next casualty here. They will get FNG killed, but that's a... Well, does he get denied even? No. Limp will be given the kill. So just tanking the hits for their mid player to get the kill. That's we could almost say appreciation and worth. They want to get this Void online. Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Thanks.
8-2 on the scoreboard. Limp putting more aggression once again, just assuring dominance here in this mid lane, forcing TSA and Young G away from there. Meanwhile, Winstrike with 3 heroes. DK Focus, Kick, and Chikirao here right next to the tower of the bottom tier 1, so they might be able to take that. But Nico Baby's around. They find the Slark.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They are too scared to initiate on him. But for good reason. I don't think they might even be able to kill the Slark in time. Still has his ultimate and everything. Yep. They've been trying their best and it's been working out really well. Now they end up finding Hanskin, so they get themselves a kill with the Arena of Blood. DK Focus will be credited with that. TSA finds Limp, but doesn't go for the lift. I mean, if they can kill Limp, that would be huge for Winstrike at this point, because they can just open up their game through that. They have their Blink Dagger on TA in 50 gold, but it's just the Blink Dagger at that point, so it's only a Blink Meld Strike at level 1 right now, at level 9, so it doesn't really even do much of a end here on most of these heroes. Yep, and goodbye, Oracle.
You must learn to live with the void inside.
Agreed. Yeah, he's just playing aggressive. He doesn't care right now. He's doing what he's supposed to do right now, and I really enjoy watching this because they're applying the pressure that they can right now, which is Alliance, and they can just take their map control in time. They've got time to place some good wards around them. You can see that there's the cliff sentry placed down. It's too far away from this ops ward, so they also have the entire top area. But like you mentioned before, the triangle is still available for Winstrike, and they have that bottom tier 1 tower up and running. So not all of their vision and their area has been lost, but they cannot get to this bottom tier 1 tower and take Alliance's tower down yet. They've been here for quite some time. And yeah. Well, now they're going. There's DSA Chikiro coming from the right with the troll. They've got the arena. They will pierce Nico Baby on the wall. The snowball to buy a bit of time. He pounces out of the pit. And Hansken, he will get a nice shard block to keep DK Focus away, but TSA with the body block, so they will get Hansken killed. But Nico Baby was the big target. He got away, but that's also the 15-minute bounty rune, so a bit of extra economy going in favor for Winstrike, but it's still 2 bounties for Alliance. And they keep their carry alive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Just a little bit. Well, Young G's now 800 gold away from getting his Desolator, but it's not going to be in time for this team fight that's about to break loose in bottom. Nico Baby will find kick, and the shard block from Hansken as well. DK Focus in trouble, so that's a secondary kill. Very nice from the Tusk. I was like, shards, all right.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And TSA gets it as well. Kira's got to be careful here. There's some Alliance players around. There's even a Limp right nearby. So instantly out of there. They realize this area hasn't been safe for maybe the last 6 to 7 minutes. It's still not safe to go in there. But they are smoked up. And who are they looking for? Catch Limp in the river in the mid lane. But there's an ops ward. So if their smoke pops, this will give him all the vision. So he's relying on the security of his vision. Maybe even bait with Rubik. Actually, we'll use the Shukuchi to scout around, and Winstrike will be left empty-handed. They won't find anyone here. Nico Baby level 13. Diffusal Blade, Yasha. Almost Sanjin Yasha completely built, so that's going to take away a bit from the crowd control that's being applied onto him. Also, the damage output from Slark goes up by a lot. Now there you go. Limp into the jump into the middle. They've got the troll. Chikirao will get away. Hansken blocks his own teammate, and he's still on the run for it. And now he pops his ultimate, turns around for the team fight, and Winstrike looking for it. And here comes CA with the Desolator. They take down Hansken. That's one. Nico Baby trying to take down the troll warlord. Here comes the Arena Blood as well, and Nico Baby will fall as well. Winstrike find 2. And they're still keeping up the pressure here. Alliance are now backing away. And suddenly, out of nowhere, a team called Winstrike finds their courage and maybe even even find more kills. TSA, they find S4, but S4 is just going to Shikuchi his way away. And this tier 1 tower is history.
Are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, we're 18 minutes, almost 19 minutes into the game. Roshan has not been contested so far by either team, and Winstrike winning the previous fight. And as I just talked about Roshan, look who's going in. So Alliance decide to make the move here. And they're completely in hiding from Winstrike, so Winstrike have no idea until now. They need to go for either a smoke play, but I think it's too late at this point. They won't be able to contest this in time, so the first Roshan Aegis going for Alliance. Oh, definitely. You want to have it on the Slark. He's on a very good game right now. He is going to get stronger from here. Very tanky as well when that Sanjin Yasha finally arrives in this pocket. And a smoke up from Alliance as well. They get some information that Kick has just stolen their outpost. There might be someone else around. There's Chikira with the troll. Winstrike moving around. TSA coming in with the Shikuchi, but he doesn't see on the high ground. Now he does. And he will get initiated on, but the Shikuchi, is it enough for TSA? Very low. Hansken won't get the shards to block. So Rubik gets away. They pop the smoke and no casualty lost so far. But 7 seconds. Bounty runes are going to spawn, and that outpost will be taken away. So Winstrike are deprived of XP as both outposts are being held by Alliance. And they are holding the high ground advantage. And here we go. They've got the arena. They found him some targets, and FNG will be blown up first. There's the snowball from Hansken. Meanwhile, TSA tanking some hits in the background. He will be taken down. Hansken will fall. Now onto the Troll Warlord. He pops his ulti just in time and turning around into Limp, and Limp will fall as well. And Alliance is struggling. S4 is also dead. Only 2 heroes remaining with the buyback coming in from the Enchantress. FNG keeping him busy, and they need to get Young G out of here because Nico Baby's just chasing this TA. FNG, dieback, and Nico Baby might just seal the deal. He does have an Aegis though, but this is fantastic for a Winstrike at this point. They spear him on the wall, they pop the Aegis, but he does have a pounce ready, so they will just instantly disengage from here. They see that there's people slowly coming up and some TP, so they're out of there. Winstrike turn it into their advantage. They were expecting, though. I mean... Oh, yeah, definitely. He wants revenge for that. Can he catch TSA? Shards? Nice shards. Hansken's been on point with these most of the time, and TSA will give his life to Nico Baby with a double kill, so that's revenge.
Sure.
Well, this could still lead into anyone's game, but this is exactly the TA power spike with 800 gold towards that BKB. So that on TA makes her a real force to be reckoned with.
Illusion.
What about Troll? We haven't actually looked at Troll. Yasha, Basher, BKB on the works.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
A golden thread.
Yeah. What do you think right now? What Alliance need to do? What's their strat? Are they gonna just wear out the TA power spike? Do they want to put any aggressive plays? Because right now you can see that they're playing much more defensively on their own side of the map. They're not being next to their tier 2 towers. They're not inside the dire jungle farming aggressively. Hansken. Limp in the trees, goes for the jump in onto TSA. All right, let's remove him from the game. Hansken will also die, but at least a return kill. Limp gets out of there. S4 on the chase, Diffusal Blade onto DK Focus. Got the Crab Orchestra, but only giving a bit of vision, but they won't go with that minus armor. So it's a 1-for-1 trade.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, definitely. 4,000 in gold and 2k in XP for Alliance. Not a huge lead, just a tiny one. And objectives more to say. I mean, 2 and 2 on both towers, but they have one Roshan taken in between. They didn't get the best out of their Aegis usage. Maybe the second one will do a bit better for them. But I have to say, from Alliance, at least, Limp has definitely worked out really well with Hansken. You can say whatever you want that this guy has died 5 times this game. He has had like 80%, 85% of the time he's throwing a shard, it connects in a way that it's just perfect. He's missed a few, but he's given it a really good, valuable attempt. So I would not give any hate for this guy. He's doing what he can on this hero.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Yep.
That should help.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, definitely.
Dire's
Yeah, Chikiro almost has his BKB up and running, so that's gonna be big for the Troll Warlord. He's had the opportunities to use his ultis pretty well. I mean, the reason why is if you just simply look at Alliance's draft, they don't have the lockdown that's really required to just change stun and control. So I think Slark might want to start building into that later on. He's gonna go for a BKB. So I would really like to see a Basher maybe on the Slark just to mitigate a bit of the damage once you start building into Abyssal Blade and have the Vanguard on top to reduce the TA's damage output. Same thing with the Troll. But Winstrike, they're not giving any chill here. They're going to go straight towards bottom with a 4-man smoke. They reveal Chikiro in the lane. S4.
Haste.
They are waiting. They did see the haste being taken by Hansken, and Alliance think that there's something up, but they're going to bait with Chikiro, and the rest of Winstrike is actually moving away. So that's very close that Disaster doesn't strike them at that moment, but they're ready to go back. The smokes have ended. Alliance now see Chikiro coming back in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And who goes first? Who goes first? Limp will take the first move. The taunt is there, but it's not enough to blow him up, and he pops his BKB and his ulti as well. Nico Baby now taking the full run from this Troll Warlord. The damage will be dealt here. Nico Baby still in the fight. Hansken dropping really low as well, and this Troll will just chew him down. Nico Baby on the run now with the BKB running out as well. FNG in the middle of the battle, while Kick will be taken down as well. S4, he's still being stunned. They've lost the Troll Warlord though, and Alliance have a chance. They have an opportunity to turn this fight around, but blinks and TP's out. TSA out. TA out. DK Focus. He will at least stay here, but Winstrike managed to secure 2 of their heroes back home. DK Focus not as lucky.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower.
Well, Alliance are
is
now
under
applying
attack.
pressure. There's still 2 heroes dead for Winstrike for the next 20 seconds. They find Young G, but he's got a refraction on, so the blink will go through. S4, and Limp is right on top of the TA. They lost their charges. Nico Baby coming into the fight as well, but Oracle ulti will be expended here, and he will be blocked into the shards and the trees. So make that a dead TA. That's a big pickoff. 70 seconds gone. Does have a buyback available, but probably not going to use it. And And Alliance, I think they're going to check on Roshan, but still 1.5 minutes until Roche is going to be up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Vanished, but not gone.
Dire's
That's your
middle
mid tier 2
has
tower.
fallen.
Glon taken by Alliance. Placed themselves a courier in the Roche pit to give the vision for
Dire's bottom
Roshan
tower
to
is
spawn.
under
There's
attack.
also a TA trap this time, so Winstrike will probably not pass away the Roshan attempt another time, I mean. They already gave away the first, and they had no idea that Alliance were doing it. Or probably did, but just didn't want to contest it at all. But Alliance around Winstrike on their side of the map. Limp with the blink aggressively onto the Troll Warlord. Had the taunt coming out. And again, BKB and ulti right away, straight onto Limp. And there's the arena. There is a Weaver Axe, however, so S4 is making some saves happen here. So Limp is fine. Going on the aggressive here onto the backline. While Shakira is now in trouble. He has no one around, not even the Oracle. And they're all just dying on Winstrike. And Alliance are punishing Winstrike right now. I have to say, S4 just played perfectly in that moment. DK Focus will also fall. Make that a 4th death here for Winstrike. And Alliance have really broken Winstrike at this point, because now they can go to high ground, get themselves some objectives, and head straight towards Roshan, who has just respawned.
Come on, sprites.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks.
That's your top racks gone for Alliance. Winstrike left to lick their wounds. 15 seconds for the troll to be up, and Alliance will head straight towards the Roshan pit, farm the jungle camps, and head straight there as Roche is up. And yeah, not gonna whack a meepo this time. So Winstrike, their power spike's pretty much over. They can still try and itemize to try and deal out damage. How do they save this Oracle? How do you outplay S4 hunting this Oracle the whole time? He doesn't have the money to even buy a Ghost Scepter.
Got it.
It fills me with nothingness.
Oh, smokes will pop. Limp will jump into the fight. An Oracle in the front line. That's not what you want to have. And Kick will fall instantly. He will go for the buyback to join into this fight. A DK Focus. They've got someone impel on the wall. It's S4. So the Weaver is gone. Nico Baby dealing heavy damage here. DK Focus will fall as well. Now they have Young G in the middle of the battle. They will take down Hunskin. Maybe if they can, they will. And now with the TP trying to go out from this fight. Nico Baby trying to hunt down Chikirai. And Chikirai is left alone. That means Winstrike will lose all of their heroes. Pretty much, TA the only survivor, and Alliance will now secure the second Roshan for themselves. You do not want to have Oracle in the front. Gibbs.
Fallen to the radiant.
There is a butterfly coming for the TA, and we can actually look at buyback status at this point, where you can see Troll, Tusk, and the Void are the only one who have buyback up right now. So if Winstrike end up losing another team fight, they are probably going to have to give up this first game for Alliance. If they do manage to wipe out Alliance, though, they can still have a lot of objectives to take down. So it's not the end of the world for Team A. But right now, they are so far ahead that they can keep up this pressure and make the initiatives, make the moves for themselves. A Lip is pushing the bottom tier 2 tower, which is the last outer tower. Nico Baby is quite alone in mid, though. He does have an Aegis, So he might just want to bait out Winstrike, and he's going aggressive. First hit bash as well from Shakira, and here comes the spear, impaled onto the ice shards, but here's the snowball save from. They will lose the bonk. It will not hit down anything. The silence is still on Mars. He might have to pop his ultimate, and there we go. He has it up. Liquipedia, that Aegis might pop in just a few seconds. Huskin is still being chewed down by Shakira. He will take down the Tusk, and Tusk is not flying back to this fight. It's too far away. Liquipedia still with the BKB up and running, trying to make some hits happen. Lip trying to chase away Young G, and Alliance are still holding their ground. So it's a 1-for-1 trade on both sides. Rubik will be up in 25 seconds as well, but that tier 3 tower is slowly falling down. Winstrike, what do they have left? There's no arena, there's no BKBs, there's no ult on the troll either. It's going to be a desperate attempt to try and jump in, because Limp can just if that's the case, but Liquipedia will be the target here, but he instantly gets E-Weaver ulted as well, so he will be healed up. Oracle goes down, Limp is just chewing down the back line. They will also lose Shakira, so the troll is gone, and just like that, they take the racks, they get themselves 2 kills, and GG is called, so Winstrike will give game 1 to Alliance.
FY, he's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He's I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for like last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in the fight. It's one of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm asking ninjas here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax is going out on his own. He doesn't expect Zame to have this invis rune. And Zame will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, we'll find X-Nova.
Seb in as well. Between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He is toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is leveled up the L.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Crates. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, see, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on step 2. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink Claws as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, full I've Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in. Gets the call. The character's going to get FY. There with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel them. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in this series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Centauran creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The Blood Bright Silence connects. He's got the Manta back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. And X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. You're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG, LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buyback's now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the 3 of them. Knocks them back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top racks. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already going, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close to Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball. He turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail. FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give the edge with this team fight. The LGD are up in goal, but no blood take over 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. They give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right? It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on Jeremy, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X-Blade Mail Call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
So it's all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled.
He's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the vision with the Shiva's covered, Anna's on his way over, they've got the snowball down, there's the counterplay, Seb jumps in, he's able to find the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out, the Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB, he'll try and stand his ground, but Seb, he's going to go down, no buyback on the axe, as Jerax as well, surrounded by PSG LGD, the Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jerax. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No Tails already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and Jerax. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jerax is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this racks on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose their top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check. Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to be the set. He's in. The call, the EMP, the cannon, but FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But he's got it off. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pots the BKB to get over the ice wall. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. With the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball over to Thompson, the self-fuels, FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in, again, up into the air, Arme straight on top of No Tail, FY will fall, Arme looking towards No Tail pops the hand of God, but No Tail beat it down by Arme and Son, there's Chalice, gets the primal split off as Anna, he's been left behind in Thompson, he's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo, can he find the angle, Jerax coming in, keeping Anna alive, Anna with the doppelganger, the Deafening Blast comes out onto the 2 of them, Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill, can he find it in time onto X-Nova, he's on top of him, trying to beat him down, Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base, as X-Nova will survive, Jerax back in, the combo, meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky, Boss the Shiva's gone, he's on top of Jerax, Jerax is gone, Anna as well, can he really fight back against the Summoners, and X-Nova is so low, as the buyback for Jerax comes in, he's healing Anna back up, that buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova, the cold snap, down onto the charge, they find him, he's out of mana, he's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded, OG, can they find the ball? They can! OG are still in the game, Arme buys back immediately, But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without two of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Ana, but Ana also toying with him with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Seb,
Yeah.
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting Somnus. He's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Ana, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Ana again with the double guard. There's a Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Ana will be able to force him away. They've got the head. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Ame. Big Daddy No-Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Ame able to waveform up to the high ground. Ame should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost right. He's got Hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Ame's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back. Real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice, nice play from Ame.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead that PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25 is now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out.
Alliances
Almost
turn
able
to
solo with
ban.
the help of these summons. And that's a refreshing shot.
There's
no way to get this. There's no way LGD can.
Oh, and the 7
Dire
25
team
too.
back.
High up this series, and if I recall from our recent history, from the last 2 days of casting, all of our games have gone to 3. Are we going to see a pattern evolving in this one, or will the pattern be broken? Kips.
Well, Winstrike would have to come with some entirely new, because losing 2 and barely drawing 3rd is not a recipe by any means. They picked strong laners, making me worried that they are class here.
Maybe some differences in the draft. I do admit I liked Winstrike's draft, but I didn't like their execution and laning phase.
One of the problems that their draft had, which I feel like I didn't touch on draft.
Do touch it. Do touch it, Kips.
I'm gonna touch it so good right is that they only had one type of damage, which was regular or right-click damage. Usually you want to switch up between your cores, not just your types of survivability, but all types of damage. So ideally, and if you've listened to Kyle before, but you want some heroes that are evasive, you want some that are tanky, and ideally your 3rd core is a hero that is both evasive as well as tanky. So let's say Phantom Lance. And then goes for damage types. Ideally, damage core, physical damage core, magical damage. Out of the 3.
Yep. I think at least a very, very, very long time ago, when Troll and TA would work, was when the Troll aura would buff up your team's attack speed. That's when TA and Troll were like at its prime. It was a really scary lineup to go up against, not only because of the power spike, but also because Troll would be a massive buff for your team to just dish out that pure right-click damage. And now that they've changed the hero in the past, it's kind of like a singular damage machine, but TA does the same thing. So you might want to have a slightly different type of carry in that sense. But in this draft, at least, while both heroes are still available, Winstrike snatched Queen of Pain as their first pick, one of the most contested heroes in this entire tournament. And Alliance will go up with Bane and Kunkka. So both heroes capable of answering Quap, trying to disengage with the blink. So you have 2 ways of catching her, 2 ways of initiating on her, and keeping control over this hero. But is that everything?
Well, the Lycan wasn't picked yet. Winstrike favored over her, and Alliance answers with both of whom are very nightmaring, or while he is in form X
Dire team
damage
back.
reduction. And Winstrike declined to pick the Lycan. They'd have to ban it, right?
Maybe. It would make fair sense, at least according to pure statistics. They will ban Clinks, so Alliance are left the opportunity to pick or ban if they wish to take Lycan this early in the draft. Not sure if Nico Baby wants to run that hero, but I would like to remind you that in the European region, Lycan has been picked 5 times with a 100% win rate in this week. So every Lycan game that's gone past in the EU CIS group stages has led to a 1. The 47 games this hero has been banned, the win rate's been at 44.6%. So the team that's banned Lycan, well, it could be either one. But that statistic doesn't tell us everything, except that this hero is highly contested right after the Ember Spirit.
Lions are... They have good setups for it right now. This Kunkka, we have seen S4 play it before, but he picked it later back then. I didn't like it at that point, but Kunkka is a classic combination. This is a strong lane. You have Nightmare to set up for the Torrent as well. You have a survivable frontliner here with
Alliance's turn to pick. Dire team pick. Winter Wyvern.
No, they're still saying pick that Lycan, broskies. Do it already.
Yeah, they're at least at least they have a lot of control against the all the minions that Beastmaster would bring out, the Lycan would bring out. They've got the Wyvern with Splinter Blast, they have Kunkka with Tidebringer, so they can easily clear out all of those. But still, if you leave this Lycan, this Beastmaster will buff up that hero quite a lot, and they're usually in the same place because you have that singular target stun from Beastmaster, plus the attack speed aura to buff up the Lycan who just wants in. But that would also mean that Lycan's not the guy running in at the back line, but he would instead be in the front hitting targets with his team. So do they want to pick it or not, is the question.
Winstrike's asking that. Winter Wyvern isn't that
no
pickup against the Pop Force. It is really, they're forced into this because the Lycan is still... Every single hero that Alliance picked is Lycan. Dark Willow here. That's one that we haven't seen in a while, but she is extremely good at killing Winter Wyvern targets, as well as at, you know, protecting areas, making
5 seconds remaining.
Wyvern ult start wailing. Trades very well with the Bane, although Bane can dodge all if he would.
Yeah, Kunkka can also land all of his abilities except for the X mark onto this Willow as well. Willow's been picked and banned once. That's how rare this hero has appeared the last week.
I know you can't check that, but
I actually
it's
can.
Pretty much always.
I actually can. Give me a second.
I've said this before, but I like it when other stats for me. I'm a little bit tired of stats sometimes. I want to look at all the spells go on. I'll do a little bit of play.
So Willow's been picked by Gambit 2 days ago. Also played by EG yesterday.
Yeah, critical.
But that's a different region.
Yeah, NA doesn't.
Interesting. So if we don't sit with the Lycan thought, what else can we see on the board? There's a Kunkka, which could favor a Slark for Winstrike, and I think this is also one of the topics that people highly debate about. Kunkka versus Slark, who wins and in what terms and in what lanes? If 3 Kunkka, obviously Slark will beat that one. If you have a mid Kunkka going up against Slark, some people say Slark's gonna win this game, feed off stats from this hero. Kunkka can't do enough, can't do anything about the Slark. So that would be one thing. Also, there's the Jug pickup, so I would still kind of like a Slark pickup here for Winstrike. The Lycan's still not bad, but it's not actually looking like even the best hero here for their lineup.
5 seconds remaining.
That hard, definitely. So I think, incredibly enough, we're probably going to. And that leaves Winstrike with. They got a Beastmaster, it's damage. They got Kuno. They're going to be looking. So Slark would be a option that he wins the matchup again straight on, but it would slow their tempo down. They do want something. Be looking for maybe not a Troll Warlord, just because it's very susceptible to Wyvern ult, but it's rough to say what hero is Wyvern unless you have a way to jump her and blow her up. Swap should...
Alliances turn to
they do it.
They will go for it. All right.
You know, I just had to caster curse it, and they were like, alright, you know what? Gibbs has been saying that we should pick it. We're gonna wait until she changes her mind. And then grab the wolf, man. Alright.
It's funny, like in international terms, like I'm Finnish, so we would call the caster curse, we call it a jinx in the Finnish scene a lot. Like the casters jinxed it. Oh god, like this game's in the not in the books. Why did you say that? And you know that basic thing. We have that kind of like well, not community, but that kind of like spirit that we live in. So if the caster says something, they jinx it. But he said that, well, let's forget about the Lycan. Let's not forget about the Lycan. It's there. So glad to see this. Can Winstrike get this victory and keep Lycan's win rate at 100%?
Challenge now is...
That is a challenge.
Never mind that they have Alliance to beat. They got the honor of the Wolfman to defend.
Remaining.
Do wolves need armor or not? That is the question.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't remember the Lycan 25 voice line. But there's a pun that you kind of need to like read to understand.
Later, or maybe we'll... I am not actually familiar enough. Hero pool. Oh, this will have...
I think he has some similarities with the troll that he played in last game. He'd like to play around his team a lot. Lycan would, in this case, maybe do the same thing. You can come late into fights. You want to fight all the time when you have your ultimate up and running. So if you know you have Shapeshift early on in the game and you have Necro Books, you're totally ready to just go at your enemy and fight them. But how would Beastmaster build himself? Like, what kind of items? I don't think you want to get the Necro Book on Beastmaster. Lycan's already getting it. Very likely Lycan will get like Necro Book this game, even though there's the Kunkka and the Winter Wyvern.
I imagine that instead you're going to be working on Pipe, for example. Although in this game, drums instead. Vlads definitely don't like drums, but in case the Lycans get later, that's a very good idea. Well, great.
10 seconds remaining.
You want some form of protection.
5 seconds remaining.
Unless you can pick. Or
Alliances turn.
Nope. We are going all in. They wanted to cancel something. The spin.
Yep. Well, there's 2 heroes now that can do that. So there's good singular pickoff power. There's some good split pushing power for Winstrike. They have tower damage. They have frontlining capability. They also have interrupts for Bane's ultimate as well. The only thing they can't do anything about is the Wyvern ulti. So there's still like a lot of priority targets that Winstrike need to focus in team fights to get things going their way. They can always use Lycan to just run at the Bane and have Dark Willow already charging up the fear into the backline, but requires good positioning from the Willow to get that interrupt and also clear time so that it will break the Fiend script. And Alliance will respond with more team fight power. So how do you see this? I like Winstrike's picks, but I kind of feel like Alliance has more capability and experience.
The Lycan in lineup is ballsy, but it does also ask Alliance to position very defensively just to ensure that this Winter Wyvern is always... And that doesn't enable them to be aggressive. Then again, Winstrike, I was looking at this Batrider and I was thinking, well, there's your last core pickup, but of course not. They first picked the Queen of Pain. So that's a support Batrider, and as you said, they already had a cancel. Suddenly I'm a little bit more...
You're a bit more
Yeah, I'm very right now. The thing is, a lot of this will depend on Winstrike's They still pick more aggressive lineup here. Into 3 defensive. And for that alone, I gotta commend them, but I'm gonna do the Kip here and my bets. If Lycan doesn't tempo off, this Alliance lineup has a lot of big ultimates with team fights.
Big ultimates indeed.
I would say that I favor Alliance on experience and Strike on, well, the ability to close the game. And now, if they don't get out of the lanes again, then everything's alright.
Very true. Very true. Totally agree on that. Winstrike needs to get that laning stage working out. They need to have the control in mid-game, and through that, just push to win with their low cooldown ultimates. Alliance relying on more cooldowns, more late game capability, and, as we mentioned, the experience. Winstrike tie up this series or not, we'll see out in just a bit. And for your viewer pleasure, let's watch some hero hunts. Let's see what's our first set. Magnus, Husker, and Luna. There's some nice vibe music, at least.
What's even been trying? I found a Magnus, guys. You can't see it, but I swear I did.
Nobody's playing it.
Yeah.
Everybody's just put it away. This game is serious. Well, we're not going to watch it if the player's not playing it. I mean, it's full try hard mode right now. Full focus on the game. Misclick. Hang on. Misclick on. Oh wait. Oh yeah, Hansken was the one playing the minigame. Yeah. Never mind. That was the one. He was the only one playing it.
Wrong hero.
Probably that. But game 2. We got kicked going with the Batrider towards the top lane. Does that mean an aggro try bottom, or Lycan still considering his options here? So Jakirai walking all the way back to Fountain, all the way to the back.
See you later, nerds.
So kicked is the boss 5. Probably dual lane. Lycan is going to have to rely on barrel impulse 5 the lane. Has first,
30 seconds to battle.
You usually do. You usually get wolves at level 1.
I know it's extremely eliciting, and I'm guessing that the Tidehunter
Wonderful.
A melee matchup.
So nice.
He is going to have
Very
a rough
true.
time. The hope is then that kick get out of the lane. All of them.
Yeah. Windstriker gonna get 2 bounties. There's F and G sneaked up behind to snatch 1 from the Dire side. So 2 for 2. Tied up money for both teams. And Beastmaster's lined up his Necrobook right away. Lycan as well. So we are seeing a double Necrobook kick in, but either one could still leave it at level 1.
Level 1 Necrobook is farming speed. Not a regen. These double sages have just been buying them straight.
S4 getting harassed out of lane by kicked. Right clicks. Forcing S4 away at least. Hansken now taking over the lane here with Lycan Jakirai. Splinter Blast spam is ready to start. Sage's Mask picked up as well with the other items. Didn't go for a full-up Bazzi. Don't think Bazzi's required here for the Wyvern to go for. Sage's Mask is just fine to get that extra regen up and running. I think that's also Wyvern's biggest tool for this lane, is to have that constant regen to keep applying pressure on your opponent, and especially when there's a lot of AoE involved. So you want to have Splinter Blast as your main ability here instead of just going straight up Q and right-click harass people.
Tide really respect Batrider support. Normally, CS4, like in the last match, you play up more still. He wants that.
Yep.
What's up?
Limp is doing great in mid as well. 9 last hits, 4 denies with only 3 on the Quap. So Young G
I do
will
think that this is
get
not
this wave.
Young G, by the way. It's typed up as
So yeah, it could be.
wild name check, but not a team tag scene, as those are extremely hard to change. Heard a lot of
So we can happily shift from Young G to Lorenov. All right. At least that we can do. But we will still pronounce the Lycan player as he is, so Chikirai.
Practice too hard to let that one go.
Yeah. We definitely wanna. I mean, I remember, like, I think it was almost 2 years ago when I was doing some casting as well, and we did some vids. So I had to practice some player names that I'd never cast before at that point, and I'd only been casting for like 6 or 7 months at that point. And I got a lot of hate for pronouncing player names wrong, but I was lazy and stupid at the day not to actually like do my research and find out these guys are actually pronounced. So I can tell from experience when I've been casting a few like other ESL tournament open qualifiers and closed qualifiers, like Chinese names, you know. Try and figure out which one of those words is the right one. So you wanna do your research. Be respectful for the players.
I've ran my own campaign. The right pronunciation. Zayat's his name. It's still ongoing, but most of them seem rapid by now.
That was one. Guess what I was pronouncing Zayats before I understood correctly.
Zayak?
I was calling him Zajac. Because so that was like completely wrong at that time. That was when he wasn't even in the pro scene.
Everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to applaud. That was wrong. But now we have Firefly pop by kick. Tanskin will slow them down with the Arctic Burn. Batrider taking a lot of harass here as well.
That's not enough.
Nope, he's also out of mana at this point, so he's gonna have to walk back, pop the clarity, pop his salve, or maybe even go all the way back home. But Tango maybe stack... Yeah, he's gonna stack a camp and go home. So do a little bit of efficiency while on the way home.
And Nico Baby's been having... Smash to give him trouble, but FNG has been on the boar hunt. There to kill that animal pretty much every time it arrives. Pull his freshly de...
TSA getting a bit of a pass from Nico Baby at level 4. 27 last hits on the jog. Very good job here. DK Focus at 18. They are putting some pressure here. Huskin. Can they get the kill on S4 before, though? Kick. They're still trying to chase him. 2 napalm stacks. Third. And the Firefly runs out as well. So S4, 17 stick charges, pops a salve. So he's fine. No kills traded here. Bottom. TSA dropping low. Spin from Nico Baby. Good jukes coming in from the Willow, but rude. FNG. 2 seconds for the brain sap, and that will be it. Pop some stick charges, get the mana for it, and get the kill. Limp will TP home with the X mark. Fill the bottle, regen up, back to mid.
Let's see. Don't think he knows that he doesn't have Nightmare. He tried bluffing it, but...
Works out.
Works, yes.
Very chill laning stage overall, but if you can look at the last hits, you can see that Alliance is pulling off a triple lead right now. That does not bode at least a very... Yeah, it doesn't bode too great here for Winstrike, who we've been talking about, that this lineup needs to succeed in their laning stage and also in their early game. There's so many counters in Alliance. They definitely want to use those when Winstrike want to start taking team fights. Or at least pickoffs in a sense, because Lycan, once he hits level 6, is scary. Obviously wants to get a couple more levels on top of that to have even more damage to throw at their enemies. But if they fail with those rotations, especially with the shapeshift pop, then you don't find any kills. It's all home for Alliance.
And I imagine that Alliance are going to running at the party.
Kicked in trouble. That should be a kill right there. So S4 bullied by these napalm stacks, but he gets his kill on kick. At the same time, stack. Oh, Lorraine off. Oh, very low and gets the blink out, so Limp won't get that. Meanwhile, I was looking at bottom for just a tiny sec. Okay, shapeshift has been used. Limp trying to get to the camp. block himself in a small little corner. And there we go. Chikirai will get the kills. So that's your first shapeshift reveal. But as I was saying before, Liquipedia also got a kill in the bot lane at the same time. So he is level 6 with the Omni Slash used.
I gotta say here, why I did not want you to go on the aggressive just... That X marks, that boat, they come in for handy. Go on a counter engagement. If you just wait, this Lycan is going to use aggressively. So
yep. Straight up Necrobook. Who needs brown boots when you're a Lycan? That's a difference between some players. If they decide to get brown boots or not, you don't upgrade the boots at all. But most players don't even get the boots and just straight up rush Necrobook and try and establish pressure through that. And I think it could be a good move. But DK Fogus. Pressure coming in from Hanskin and S4. Ravage will be used as well. DK Fogus still alive for a bit longer, but the Gush will finish the job. Hanskin survives as well. Creeps bullying him, but he's going to TP home. Get the moment to start jungle farming as well. So Winstrike, the Broom Handle, there's Royal Jelly for Alliance. Wait. Sorry, I was looking that wrong. So Alliance has the Broom Handle. For some reason. There we go. Alright, that just wasn't updating the shop in time, but yeah, we have all the 4 tier 1 items now for Winstrike picked up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The lane stage is breaking down. He's going to take spot. He can't really threaten the Juggernaut, but at the very least, the Juggernaut hard time killing.
Yep. Jug leading the net worth. Tight right behind him. Lycan coming in third.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna farm the safest farm that he can, get those Necrobooks up, then start applying pressure. Every time you have Shapeshift off, you should be looking for kills with your team. If it really requires your team to be on up to par with you, though. Do they have the levels? Dark Willow's like level 4 at this point. That's dying in bottom, so that's your Omni Slash used by Liquipedia a second time. Kicked will die.
Well, you know, he can't really die unless FNG.
Yeah.
I would have expected
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Dire's
I'm
bottom
guessing
tower
that
is
don't
under
leave
attack.
him in. Liquipedia actually like him.
Yep. There's not an opportunity for Alliance to try and snatch that top outpost either, so it will be XP going for both teams.
This is going to be the same scenario as a brief. You see all of the forces right moving towards that portal.
Alright, Chikirai pops his shape shift, does get hit by the bolt, and Dark Willow nightmared up. They find FNG, could be a kill. Have Sonic Wave and everything, so FNG will fall here. Yep. Yeah, he used his Nightmare there to keep the Willow away. Willow with the crazy movement speed there. Looked like she had a haste there for a second. Might have looked at that wrong, but Lycan survives. Yeah. Arcane for Limp. Fill up the bottle. No towers being pressured except for the top tower taken by Alliance, so that's Lycan's own safe lane tower falling. He's farming in bottom. And 3 against 1. There's TP coming in. Hanskin has his ulti ready. They want to go for this. Hanskin's aggressive. All right. Swap should die. Perfect. Just perfect. Really well played there by Hanskin.
Next year, Lycan.
Yeah, really good play there.
Maybe you get to play this game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All in mid. We've got Kit TPing into a Torrent. S4 and Limp. Well, it's like he's just going to die right away after he TP'd in. And the Anchor Smash and the Tiebreaker will make short work of that. So Alliance up to 7 kills now. They'll get the mid tower down. And we discussed about this, Kips. If Winstrike can't get the early game running, Alliance in the books. It's not looking too healthy.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Counter engage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Entire draft was geared towards stopping off this line.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tower. Yeah, Alliance will just happily take.
You know, Kick being the +5 bat, so is not much of a threat. Just throwing him in the front there. Just keep a bit of pressure. Quap denies the haste rune, but he's gonna get comboed up. Torrent. There comes the boat as well. FNG. However, Chikurai wants to go in and just put some harass here. There's a good Ravage from S4. Quap ulti connecting as well, but not doing that much damage. And there's the Fiend's Grip as well. Lycan being held in place and in really big trouble, but he does survive as the Quap comes to back him up. So Lorenov gets the kill on FNG. And here's Willow putting pressure on S4. S4 will die as well. They will lose the Quap at the same time. And here comes Nico Baby. Did use his Omni Slash there to kill off the Quap. And TSA, well, he doesn't fear Nico Baby. Nico Baby is just going to spin at you. But TSA manages to disengage. And Lycan also makes his way back home.
Very fast on the deck. And Hanskin got ward in top and he doesn't have much mana left. It's all getting burned off.
Lip saving. Just a bit more.
No.
Alright.
Pogus was like, yeah, X me already, will ya?
Well, one hit would have done it, but he gets home.
Or that Sanj arriving like 5 seconds.
That too. Would have been enough.
Great engagement there for Win.
Well, they're getting some things in their favor.
Don't get any abuse out of it, but if they find it in themselves to go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Be top. This, if you get that information. But they talk was deep.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Well, 14 minutes played. And Willow's getting closer to a Blink Dagger. Still halfway towards it though, so I'm not going to have it right away. Batrider's got no items listed up. FNG coming in from the left side. There's like Nico Baby farming an Ancient stack here right next to him. Is dropping very low and FNG wants to play defensive. Gotta be careful. Does have a healing ward to heal him up, but there's still the big mean lizards. Survive, but that also means that the tower will fall. So he gets the Ancient stack out of the way before Winstrike intervene, and they are now closing up on them. And 10 seconds for Ravage. And there's the Fiend's Grip instantly thrown onto Chikurai. And Nico Baby coming in with the spin. Lycan will be sacked. That is your Lycan gone. No Ravage needed.
Sure.
Yeah, walking blindly up a high ground, still not a good play.
Yep, Kick getting X marked up, and they're going to look for more here with the 15-minute bounty spawning. Won't even get to snatch the bounty for himself, so that Batrider's gone. Lorenov, gotta be careful. FNG walks into the pit, into the camp. What gets to blink off in time? FNG aggressive ward maybe. All right, 15 minutes, high ground on the ward.
They are honest.
6k lead too. Not looking too great for Winstrike. TSA in trouble. There's a lot of Alliance heroes moving toward him in the bot line. There we go. Limpex Mark. Torrent thrown into the air. Are they toying with him? Just, they don't need to play for you. A little bit, maybe.
Baby has had a pretty decent lane, and then after that he can rest comfortably that none of the tower Radiant's top tower is under
DK Bogus. Hanskin with a solo play right there. Here comes Chikurai. Revenge kill onto Hanskin, but at the same time losing their tier 2 tower in the bot lane. Kick is just trying to slow them down, but not much he can do here. Lycan also trying to trade for the tower. There we have Tidebringer coming in. The Ravage is up, and Lycan wants to fight this. But he's not doing any damage onto S4 with a shapeshift on. This is almost sad, but Lorenov is here, dishing out some right clicks, does have an ulti available. Kicked will be killed as well by Nico Baby at the same time. With an Omni Slash still remaining, they will take the tower and back away.
So, you know, that thing that I was on about was that Nico Baby could farm however long he wanted. And just because that his cast could hold all of these towers forever, and I was interrupted by an example of exactly that. And Winstrike did find a little bit of a key here, and that is if they want the Lycan to be fight, they have to the Beastmaster at all. There's no other key than throwing that body.
Well, it's a bit troublesome seeing that the Lycan's not really hurting this Tidebringer a lot. Pretty expected in a sense, but just, you know, throwing in hits and looks like he's doing 0 damage on the Tidebringer while he has his Anchor Smash thrown onto his face, so that's not... Yeah, you know.
Tidehunter with his 48 damage roll can nibble on that kill. He does lose the mana though, which...
And I don't know, like, if we're still discussing about how Winstrike drafted their heroes, like, they have some really strong hero picks, but the execution ain't working. The alliance experience is definitely showing in this one.
And you know, at the start of the series where I was saying, alright, hey, S4 needs to get his drops in order this time, he was so ready for that Queen.
Oh, look at this.
Was he ready for her? He's ready for Lycan follow-up as well. He had that hero. He recrafted that.
Echikirai and DK Focus right between the Alliance roster. There's no mana on the Tidebringer though. Sorry, Tidehunter to throw the Ravage, as his mana was burnt out by DK Focus's Necro units. They're gonna go straight for Roshan. Meanwhile, they found Dark Willow, so FNG will use the Fiend Script. That's one pickoff. But how do they contest this? Do they even contest this? S4 has the mana. There's a backup arriving. They know they're in the pit. We'll go for the buyback as well. This Roche pit might be contested. Right. They found FNG. Goes for the Nightmare. Gets the Batrider, and he's healed up by the Wyvern, so Hanskin buying a bit of time. Does have an ultimate array available as well. Needs to use it soon. And a boat connecting the Quap ulti as well. That will take down FNG, but that's only the support gone. They need more. Hanskin will be the next one to fall, or will he? Kicked will go down, so will Hanskin, and Quap will just instantly try and attempt to blink away, but he gets X-marked back to his spot on Limp and S4, applying the pressure. Meanwhile, in the Roshan pit, Winstrike are going to steal the Rosh at the same time. They're just going to go straight away. Take the Roshan, take the Aegis. Nikobaby left with it, nothing right now, and he is with S4 and Limp, so they will take DK Focus. He will attempt to TP home, not going to work out, but it's your Beastmaster with the Aegis, not the Lycan. This was a panic play, I guess, in a sense. DK Focus gives away the Aegis, which could have potentially been on the Lycan.
I mean, I guess I didn't think he had enough time to walk out of there, but... that's just a risk you gotta take, I think, because if you have that Aegis on the Lycan and you can walk out with it, it means that this Winter Spirit is going down right now. You could tank that. Then again, it's not up anymore.
Lycan walks in to TP out. I think he won't catch him. Lorenov in the tree line. I think it's about time that Lorenov should already leave here. Not enough damage to blow up Hanskin. Hanskin's been trying some amazing solo ultis.
Hanskin knows this.
Nikobaby looking for kicked. 10 seconds for lasso. Some be kick baiting Nikobaby in, but Limp is looking for the X mark. Loses vision there momentarily, so won't be able to connect the lasso. Nikobaby and Limp now pushing towards that mid-tier 2 tower. Winstrike moving around the area. Full frontal engagement. But the Quap ulti should be up in a few seconds. They're afraid to go in. Smoke up though. And outside of vision from Alliance. At the same time, we've got Chikirai chasing Hanskin in the bot lane. Level 3 Necros, so he has the purge slow. Hanskin shouldn't survive this. Yeah, he will go down. At the same time, they found some targets. Limp throws his full combo at Kicked. There's Aurora to Limp, and this could be opening here. Lorenov with DK Focus and Kicked. They're trying to burn out the Kunkka, but the Kunkka is a very tanky target to go for. Nikobaby looking for TSA. He does have an Omni Slash available. Limp has been burnt out, and he is slowly running out of tools here. Nikobaby has used his Omni Slash to kill TSA, and Limp has fallen as well at the same time. Now Bane does have a Fiend Script available, still holding on to it. Ravage is also up, but needs to get the blink off in time. He has his blink available, so he can just wait on the high ground, wait for Lorenov and Kicked to approach onto the high ground, but they will not do so. Kicked wants the bounty, but he can't go for it, and they will give away the Batrider here. So Kicked maybe a bit too aggressive, or are they? Like an ulti going on to Bane. They want to clear out FNG. They will. S4 doesn't pop the Ravage there. They're going to wait for the Shapeshift to run out and then make some moves happen. So Winstrike end up getting a few kills for themselves. They do lose Willow, and they actually get the Batrider safe.
Most of that is on the back of two rips by Alliance. The Winter Scarce in bot lane to catch Lorenov, and then it shows that even though Alliance have this game, need to that Lycan will be on their backlines. It's why Alliance, why S4 specifically is Ravage as well. You can't just throw it away on the off chance that helps his core 5 or something like that. You need that tool in order to do area control 5-on-5 fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're all up again. We haven't seen a Ravage being used for a while from the Tidehunter. S4 has been really holding on to those. Just the patience, the mind games as well, in a sense that you don't want to throw it at your opponent because they know that's going to be down at that point. But F&G gets stunned up. Lorenov is going to dodge the stun with his Nightmare, but he will get right-clicked down by Lorenov and DK Focus. TSA gets the kill, and Nico_Baby. Now there's another ulti, but it won't connect onto any other hero except for DK Focus. So Lorenov and TSA won't get the opening. There's a Roar used up as well. Nico_Baby, Hanskin, S4. Combo coming in from Limp. TSA in trouble. Okay. I have no idea how Willow actually got that blink off there, but he'll lose his life. Just making a bit of space for the others to retreat. Meanwhile, Chikirai pushing a bot tier 2 tower. Kunkka TPing in though. And very close. Pops. Oh, no, still gets X-marked. There was just enough vision for Limp to catch him. And a feed script. Should this be enough? Wyvern is here. S4 is here as well. They will use the Nightmare. Catch some people. Lorenov with an ulti. It will take down Hanskin. Lycan. Another X-mark should be coming back in just a second. And the Ravage to make sure that they will get the kill. They will catch the Quap as well. FNG slowly dying to the poison inside the trees. So he will be killed. Lorenov still dodging in the trees. Blink in 1 second. Throws the Kunkka into the air. Blinks out. No TP though. So Lorenov hiding in the trees for now. And he is on the run.
Ooh, he didn't count on the trees they're cut. What it? And kick, dragging the creep waves up. And Winstrike really showing that they know how to delay this.
Do. Kicked will go down to Limp.
Alliance right.
Worthy tribute.
They have a ton of damage on Nico_Baby. Nobody can actually fight him, but the problem is that
no, they're not going to be expecting that.
his supports are dying around him. This Tidehunter and this Kunkka are too slow to catch Winstrike. Troublesome. If Winstrike can't be away, how are they going to take it? Rain over here? On the what? Oh, he goes in.
Okay, big one. Omni Slash into the Yules. No blink available. And the Omni Slash almost takes him down, but there's the Winter's Curse. FNG still holding alive for just a bit longer. There's a Roar used onto Nico_Baby as well. DK Focus. It will focus down the Bane. TSA with the help as well with the DD rune on this Dark Willow. Now Nico_Baby turning around onto the Lycan. There's another disarm coming in. So Lycan is having a hard time getting back into this fight. DK Focus. The combo coming in from the Kunkka. The stuns are there. The damage is there. It will take another one down.
That one Winstrike grouped. Did you see how much trouble Nico_Baby had fighting face to face with the Lycan? He has a full item more than the Lycan, and he can't win. He was actually hitting the Lycan creeps in order to keep his lifesteal up until his team could come back in to deal with him because he could not fight the big bad wolf.
Well, you gotta have that efficiency. That's efficiency right there. Hanskin hunting for kicked. There is Chikirai right next to him. Winter's Curse not up, but they will find the Batrider. Hanskin with that haste rune. That will suffice for the support kill by the supports. FNG and Limp comes with the Torrent Steel. Supports, no kills today.
They haven't shown off the Nightmare Troll.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Was.
Tower.
Yep. 5 versus 4. Winstrike. No tier 3 tower remaining, so Liquipedia happily gonna hit these buildings. Solar crested up by S4. A bit of extra attack speed, more movement speed.
This
Should
is
make
a
quick
choke
work.
point. This is where Alliance are more than happy to fight.
They are very well positioned here at the back. They've got the supports there. If they see the Lycan, they know exactly that nobody's coming in from the back. Lycan's on the right side. They will take the mid-racks and they'll happily back away. For now, maybe a fake back, at least for now. Limp is still baiting here in the mid. Just takes another quick wave for himself. And there we go. Winstrike will not initiate on that.
Winstrike are looking for those up. Some of the crowd control is gone, though.
Uh-oh. It's smoked under a ward. And Alliance is smoked up as well. And I'm not sure if Winstrike know about this. Limp is coming in to roar instantly onto Liquipedia. His spin will only be used on that. So that's not the way they wanted this to go. They have a lasso onto FNG. But there's Lycan trying to hit on the back. The Ravage will hit only the Willow. And now comes Chikarai coming back into the fight as well. TSA taking some brunt from S4. And another ulti coming in from the Quap. So Lorenov getting a nice amount of damage dealt in. A Fear connecting onto 2. They have Limp still with a BKB up and running. X-Mark will connect onto the Quap, but Quap uses his Yule, so he will not be sent back. Alliance with 1 hero down, but Winstrike have used all of their ultimates.
Liquipedia got kited out for that entire fight. He was on the Beastmaster, then what do you know? Gets hit by a boar, can't keep up anymore, has to kill the boar in Protect, walks all the way back only to get it hit by the Willow ult. That's your most farmed hero by far, and he did zilch.
Yeah. And his Omni Slash is unused. S4 was trying to catch the Lycan as well with the Ravage, but Lycan just ran out. Chikarai didn't want to get caught. Alliance are holding on to an 11,000 net worth lead, and XP also at 10k. So Alliance have the lead. Taking the mid-racks away from Winstrike. Winstrike have only destroyed 2 towers in 29 minutes with Lycan, Beastmaster, Quap.
But as I said before, if they go at the towers, it's going to be hard. If they fight defensively, that's another story entirely. And especially DK Focus fights really well, I think, because yeah, he had to be there. The Lycan had to go on him so that the backline.
Alliance have smoked up on their own side of the map. No vision there. They will go straight for Roshan. Winstrike, once again, quick reactions might do it. Well, now they should know. There's a feed script onto Willow, so Willow seems like the main target that they want to blow up quickly away from here, but Willow will just buy back and come back in. But this requires a Winstrike catch someone. They're just running away. Limp is the last one behind. Kick does have a blink available. They're going to check the Roshan pit. Nobody inside there. Meanwhile, Lycan with the shapeshift's already been running for such a long time, and it will run out in just a few seconds, so Winstrike will lose their opportunity as well to try and punish Alliance. So this buyback comes for nothing, and so does the Lycan ultimate get used for no avail. 60-second cooldown, shapeshift, FNG. He finds Willow again on the high ground. This is a dieback Willow right here. Torrent into the air, and the nukes are coming in. TSA, dieback on the Willow, and Alliance are unable to go into the Roshan pit. This means Winstrike cannot contest this at all, and they're scrambling around the map. They do have Kick coming into the pit, but Hanskin already knows there's somebody probably crouching around this area, and there we have the battle of the Flyers right there, while the rest of the Alliance crew are around the Roshan pit. So that's Aegis and cheese for Liquipedia.
I can't believe that the Willow got blocked in the twice there. That's just really bad, man. It's like, it is the correct positioning for a Willow, it's just FNG knows it. Knows that that's where the Willow can hit, where the Willow can cancel any kinds of things for anyone else with her. Unfortunately, if she is the one getting targeted, there is
Radiant's
no
bottom
way.
tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Twice
are
in
fortified.
a row.
Dire's top tower is falling. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, it's only going to get harder from here. Lorenov silences Liquipedia, goes in with the Abyssal Blade, slapping that Quap. The Quap blinking in the trees, getting out, so no secondary bash will connect there. Chikirite trying to put pressure in bottom. There's Hanskin, and there's Konka TPing in, and is it going to be enough? Splinter Blast Won't connect, but the slow is there. Lycan pops a shapeshift, gets the hell out of there.
This does mean that Strike know that, well,
Smokes
as
on both
alone as
sides.
he can be with Limp is still walking.
They're both smoked up, so they don't have the vision on Alliance in the back line. And here comes some huge ravage from S4, connecting onto the Quap and also onto the Lycan. And now Chikarai, they turn around. Nico Baby gets his ultimate off just in time, but he's spinning onto the creeps. It's hitting everything else except the heroes. Hanskin will go down. DK Focus in trouble. Gets the roar. He gets just enough mana to pop it onto Nico Baby. And this fight is so spreaded right now. They're hitting the back line of Alliance, while Winstrikes, they have the rest of their heroes backing away back into bases, while FNG will die. But the hands of Lorenov and TSA, he's gone for 50 seconds. Remember, he does not have a buyback available. Lycan is the only one with a buyback. So they saw DK Fogus and both Chikarai going back into the base while the fight was still ongoing. And Lorenov was left pretty much alone there to deal out the damage.
They got the right start already, though. The fact that they caught the driver, oh no, that's not what I meant by tanking.
Deleted. Tier 3 tower falling as well, so Alliance will get themselves a second lane of racks.
I'm sure Hanskin expected his teleport in with the booster trap to be completely unexpected, but he's on the reward and catches him and let him.
Chikirai goes in. They don't have the Ravage up. Nice torrent connecting onto the Lycan. They have Quap just dishing out right clicks at the back. 15 seconds to be available. And S4 is just anchor smashing everyone. No right click damage for you today. Here comes Willow jumping in, and S4 will pop the cheese, so he will get regenerated. I feel like he was always holding it at the same time. Not sure if Nico Baby gave it to him during that fight. I might have been wrong there. But Nico Baby coming in with a stun. He just blinks with the Abyssal Blade and wants to punish this Lycan. He hasn't won the duel so far, but now he will. With the help of his teammates, Lycan will fall. Lycan has a buyback available, and he's also going to be respawning in 70 seconds, but right now it's looking like a desperate situation. GG is called, and Alliance will sweep this 2-0, meaning that Winstrike will still stay without victories. Exactly. So game 6 is not successful for Lycan, and that 100% win rate,
And I want to again remind everybody that their preparation